No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers is in the air.
What? No, that can't be possible.
Shut
Hello,
the
everyone.
hell up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago from a nap, or whatever you want to call it exactly.
Yeah, 5 hours isn't a nap.
It could be, depending on who you ask.
No.
It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through the barred windows. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through the
Incorporeal?
open... What?
Incorporeal.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That does not look like what that says. Can move freely through these...
Incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
No.
I don't get it. You gotta be kidding me, man. Can move freely through these open barred windows. The criminal couldn't have made it through, but what about incorporeal things? I don't know. Man.
What about him?
What about what? It's things. Wait, what did I just get? I got open windows. The criminal couldn't have made it through, but what about... Oh. I was honestly thinking very loud television and missing evidence, but now I'm not sure. Maybe it could be open windows and missing evidence.
Missing evidence isn't incorporeal.
How do you know?
Incorporeal means non-physical.
What?
Yeah.
But
So,
there's space in the bars.
The perfume would fit through it because it's not... It is technically physical, but it's a gas.
I guess, but there's space between the bars. They could have fit a missing surveillance tape through those bars and dropped them down there for some reason. You never know.
You're overthinking things again.
I'm just gonna go with my original thought anyway, so... Let's see what happens. So I guess I wasn't overthinking things. Not exactly a shining example.
No, it's the other, it's the freaking... It's the loud TV in the freaking windows. Because sound is incorporeal.
Are you sure about that? I swear, if I'm right... Oh my gosh, okay, I'm not right. By the way, one person did think that the balloon in the window would make sense, so you were wrong on not on everybody.
Congratulations on having your alt account vote on your poll.
I did not. I said I wouldn't have to do that, so... Anyway, now then, what else besides a smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter...
I dropped a piece of rice and I don't know where it went.
A piece of rice?
Yeah, I'm eating.
You're eating rice? What? That's so random. So no matter how...
I'm eating, like, a casserole.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes more sense. So no matter how...
I'm just eating chunks of rice.
I thought you were. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. That's not what it said, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go with it. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. Ooh, more logic, and I forgot to read it again. So, let's see, we got windows were open.
Missing evidence in the gunshot because it was a fake gunshot.
Gunshot could be heard, windows were open, so the gunshot could be heard.
This is freaking painfully obvious. Also, yes, I keep interrupting you because it doesn't goddamn matter. Just put them together.
Windows are open, so the gunshot could be heard from where? Where did it originate from? Well, I mean, obviously the last one's left, so what else would it be? It's not like I really had to think about this, I just wanted to read it.
Yeah, but you just put things together without understanding the meaning.
I don't really understand the meaning, honestly. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess, and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible the tape is still here in this room. Eureka!
Eureka!
The evidence that's the missing evidence... Wait, what? The evidence of the missing evidence created for me. Okay, I'm confused. Whatever. is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Oh no, okay, the first time today in this recording that you
First
got to
time
do
in
this
like
now.
a week.
Oh boy. Miles, what have you been talking about?
Taken? I want to know what that word is.
I don't know, but apparently there was one instance where I said, instead of saying milk, it sounded like I said liquor, apparently. So,
Alright.
that was great. You should have just seen that comment, actually, so, I mean, I don't know, whatever.
I didn't understand it because I didn't play it, because I didn't care.
Oh. Stop wasting time and thinking, and let's looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look. And where would that be?
How about the VCR?
We should examine the television. Yeah, the VCR, I agree. Oh wait,
Hey,
that's you. Whoopsie.
you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like.
Begin investigation. Defend lab number 2.
Alright, is that supposed to be an impression of me?
I don't know. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Just trying to steal one of my voices?
Ah, no, I'm just gonna try to do some...
Are you trying to rub the window?
I might
It'd go
be.
easier if you use the touchscreen.
Wait, what?
It'd go easier if you use the touchscreen.
The
You could rub
window
it
is-
more easily.
Wait, why? Oh, I see. The window is wide open. The scent of flowers is being blown in from the outside.
What?
I think it's off the air in the hair somewhat.
What?
Windows in both lobby number 1 and number 2 were open. Maybe they were trying to air out the rooms like they were in lobby number 1.
What?
Or maybe they sought to ease some attention to some fresh air.
What? I can't understand you.
Oh, come on. I can't be doing that bad right now. Jeez.
Even you admitted that you couldn't understand you.
At one time, yeah? With Mr. Faraday and Mr. L in the same
I believe
room.
what you said to me was, I can see what you mean by saying what every time I say something is Francisca, because even I can't understand what I'm saying, even though it sounds right to me at the time.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You said something to that effect.
I guess I did. Whatever. Mr. L in the same room, I can imagine the latter being to be the case.
Alright.
But was there really a need to open the window just for that? I don't know. It's a possibility. You never really know sometimes. Well, I just examined this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I just had to confirm that.
I like how you forgot within 5 seconds.
Earlier, when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made a most terrible racket. I was about 1 second away from saying a moist, terrible racket.
Alright.
You mean this coffee
Liquid
turned the
sound.
television on, right? Or what?
Liquid sound.
Liquid sound is a good sound to make sometimes. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed to more like when a video feed suddenly stops. At least it did to me. I wonder what that is. I don't know. I wonder too. Maybe because there's a thing in here. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like... Okay, okay, it is a new thing. The tape must have stopped on its own when this was sent.
What?
This tape... Could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I went in a little bit of Francisco voice for half a second there.
I'm surprised you're not arguing this.
Arguing what?
The fact that they're using VCRs in 2012.
I'm even more confused. You did say that courts apparently use VCR, so...
Yeah, they do, because most surveillance is done through VHS tapes.
I do honestly find that a little bit weird, but if that's an actual thing, then I'm just gonna let that slide, I guess, but... So, I don't know. I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it
At least
be
they did
alright?
back then. I'm not 100% sure if they still do, but this was 2009.
I don't freaking know. Would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video?
Sure, knock yourself out.
Honestly, it almost looks like there's a freaking DVD player down there too, but I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining things. Alright, then let's rewind this and see what we can have.
What?
What is that sound?
What can we have?
I don't know.
If I remember correctly, the footage of Rail killing the embassy staff member.
This background noise sounds so weird that I honestly thought it was coming from your end for a second there. I was like, what is that sound, man?
Alright. Should be about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see. Like, wow, that's just such a weird sound. Ugh! This is...
You shouldn't be showing this to a kid.
This is the footage of the Mr. Rez shooting. The embassy staff member. I knew it. Well, I mean, she's about to be a prosecutor. She can handle it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along. Surveillance video, type evidence, discovered in defendant lobby number 2. Surveillance video data jotted down by organizer. Ah!
That sound. What's the meaning of this?
It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it all out then? Yes. All I have to do now... I saw that one coming for some reason.
It's because of the way that you said it. I wouldn't have done it if you wouldn't have said it that way.
I didn't try to. Is show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Fine. Ooh, wait, that didn't come out right at all.
Fine!
Fine. In that case, show me what you've got deduced.
What?
I was gonna say got, but whatever. Now to show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was...
On, we literally just said it.
And through where they heard it from...
We literally just said...
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Alrighty then.
Unnecessary.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold up?
I can hear the giant smile on your face.
How can you hear it? That doesn't make any sense.
The way that you're talking.
No, Eureka! This piece of evidence will always clear away the last remaining contradiction.
And no, you got it wrong.
I know. In this case. Miles, I believe this piece, that piece, may actually be proof of a different sort of source.
What?
It's so... proves...
What?
Dang it, man. Proves that today will be your last day as a prosecutor. What?
Well, I said you got it wrong.
What? But you just said they made it completely obvious, and that was completely obvious that it came from the videotape.
Yeah, but you're supposed to do where? Put the tape on the window.
Why did it not come? What? You mean it? Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me?
I'm assuming you're supposed to do them both at once.
Oh, I don't get it. It appears that I've made a mistake.
What they heard was the tape. Where they heard it was the window.
However, I know that the last riddle and its answer lies somewhere within this room. I need to calm down and think it through once more. Since it comes from this room, it's like that sounds like he's implying it's the TV.
It technically was the TV.
I'm so confused. Is this spot connected to the evidence I hold?
You gotta understand. Even if you know the right answer, you have to know what they want you to do with it. That's kind of the downfall, or like the one negative part about these games.
I personally don't understand how both the window and the TV don't work. I mean, I feel like they should both work, but whatever. If the door and windows...
The question was where they heard what the gunshot was and where they heard it from.
I see.
So just putting it on the TV would be like what the gunshot was, but not where they heard it from.
I see. If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed...
Your emphasis!
Or it could just be the fact that I just didn't pause right there for that, but it's whatever. The killer could have used the gun, and no one would have been the wiser. That's true. This courthouse doesn't seem to be well designed for such a thing as it were. However, what happened in reality was... Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu. All three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby number 1 and number 2 and the hallways were open. So naturally the people in those locations could hear it.
Ah, but then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
And give themselves an alibi.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
But why was it necessary in the first place? I want to be answered, Niles. I demand satisfaction.
Niles?
What?
I heard Niles.
I don't think I said that. But regardless, the Nile River is a great place, everyone. Just you wait. It has a lot of water in it.
Moving on.
Especially when it floods every
Shut
now
up!
and then. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate...
Tangents.
What?
Weird freaking random tangents.
Our perception of a certain fact. What was it that the killer wanted to manipulate our perceptions of? Our perception of nooks and crannies? I don't freaking know. Let's see. Our perception of the crime scene when the crime took place. Murder weapon. Oh, come on. Don't give me this again.
Come on.
What was it that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of? The crime scene...
Just waking up is not an excuse.
When the crime took place... Oh my gosh, just, like, give me a... When? When? Huh.
Correct.
I'll go, yeah, I went with that. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes. And wouldn't they have gotten like an autopsy report and figured out that they died at the time that didn't match what they thought happened?
Well, an autopsy report can't give you an exact time of death. It only gives you an approximate. So if they were killed soon around that time, then they can't really fake that.
Ah. And they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. Oh no, how terrible.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video?
Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought.
I'm going to pierce a hole through your skull with my eye beams.
It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Investigation complete. That was pretty dang short and easy.
I mean, we were only supposed to be investigating the freaking tape.
Pretty much. Mr. Edgeworth!
Why did his voice change?
What?
Mr. Edgeworth!
I don't think it changed that much. Miss Yu is asking for you, and she's in the courtroom.
Alright.
She says she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell me her that I will...
What?
Please tell her that I will be right over.
The word "me" was nowhere in that sentence.
Oh
come
my
along.
gosh.
I want to hear what she has to say.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
It seems like none of the blind people suspected Tyrell bad in the earlier episodes.
They were suspecting you and
Me? I didn't do it.
They were suspecting what's the other guy's name? Manny Cochin and you. They were suspecting one of those two people.
Why are you just calling her you?
I forget her first name all the time.
Callisto.
I mean, for Pete's sake, Callisto's such a freaking weird name. So why would I remember that? September 10th, 6:15 p.m. This is court number 3. Oh no, we're playing defense. We're in court. Are we actually in court now? Oh my gosh! Come on, let's court it up.
Those freaking holes.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for is already...
Okay, hold it. I guess. Don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation. Okay, you got it. I have the opposite ends of the voice spectrum here talking to each other.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for?
Well, yeah, try having the Colette voice and a freaking Manfred von Karma voice going off, like, back to back.
I believe I just had something similar to that. Except I wasn't doing that crap, but...
You also weren't going, Wah!
I would never do that.
You weren't, yeah, exactly, you weren't doing anything like that.
If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any task will do.
Oh, so you're more sympathetic than I thought.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay, you're not moving on.
I guess I'll just go with that.
Alright, the defense is ready, Your Honor.
2 versus 1, let's do this.
I mean, that's what every case is.
But it's usually the defense that is the 2, though. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Wasn't that when we placed Detective...
Have you caught her bug?
What?
Have you caught her laughing bug? Because you're laughing throughout half the sentence.
I don't know, man. Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you?
Alright, she's a duck.
Well, she made some K sounds, so I mean, I don't know, man. Let's see, it all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery, and even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? And hardly just a standby. Stander?
What?
Close enough, man.
I have my duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I'm the criminal.
Alright.
I've taken statements on every single person's movements. I don't know if she's the criminal. I still think it's bad, but I was just like...
Base what you know... Base what you think off of the evidence you've collected so far.
Dude, I have no idea.
Look at
I
your
honestly
organizer.
have no idea. All my suspects are literally just thoughts only. I have no clue in the slightest.
Exactly, you don't pay attention.
During the time when our suspect was in the hallway, I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all you have?
Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law.
Because this is totally necessary, right?
It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think?
How absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
You're not a veteran.
If my logic is correct, then I've already won.
How do you know she's not a veteran?
She's like 23!
She could be a prodigy like Francisca. She could have been doing this for about 10 years already,
No.
I'd say. You never know.
No.
All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is.
And even if she's not a prodigy, I mean, she still could have been going for like 2 or 3 years, so she's got a lot more experience than Edgeworth.
Okay, but she has no right to be, like, criticizing him as a rookie.
Sure she can.
No.
I mean, she's not a rookie herself. She's got
That
a few years of experience. That gives her a leg up from the competition.
But it doesn't give her the right to criticize somebody for being a rookie.
No one has any right to criticize someone for being a rookie, really.
I'd say a veteran, not necessarily the right, but has more weight to what he says. A veteran would have more weight to that.
The only one who would have the right to say that would be Manfred von Karma, but that's besides the point.
He's a veteran.
He's a perfect prosecutor who hates everyone. Arguments, misuse arguments. Everyone sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion, that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Oh no.
Not Gumshoe. Anything with that. He can't.
Fail, for Christ's sake.
Oh, what?
I'd fail this case on purpose.
Why? What? Make
Just to put Gumshoe in jail.
Oh boy, that would be great. Oh, wait.
Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Mr. Edgeworth.
But of course, there is no need to confront her logic head-on right now. Apply directly to the forehead.
Shut up.
I should instead focus... That's not even a reference I make very often, so give me a break, man. I should instead focus on drawing out any...
that's a freaking reference that should never be made. That's a commercial campaign that should have never been created.
Oh, come on. Everyone loved those.
Nobody loved them. Everyone loved to make fun of them.
Well, yeah, that's why everyone loved them. I should
30
instead
seconds of just some idiot repeating the same line.
focus on... Well, that's why it was effective. Focus on
So
drawing
effective
out...
that it's not even a thing anymore.
Okay, well, I don't know, man. It's probably because things happened. It got so popular they stopped advertising. Oh, man.
I hear a garage.
Yes, you do. You know what? Heck with this. You know what? You get to hear a garage today, everyone. Drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. I don't feel like messing with this for some reason.
Bottle.
I'm gonna be lazy.
Rebuttal. What?
Misuse argument.
Everyone sans a suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. I don't even know why the garage would go off. My brother came home earlier, so what the heck would that even be? I don't get it, whatever. Everyone has sans a suspect has an alibi for when the gun...
Yeah, you've read this 3 times now.
The suspect, but I thought the Detective Gumshoe alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I assure you this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate.
There you go.
Corroborate. Gosh dang it.
You used to say that. I've heard you say that before.
I know you have. It was earlier in the series, in fact, even. What he did since the stacking. I see she's done her research well, which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. You said that already, Edgeworth. Also, I forgot to save, so I'm gonna go ahead and save right now. 'Cause I feel like it. So there you go.
Good talk.
Yeah. That was alright. Ended up working out fine, and then we saved and suspended the game. And that was it. Now we load the game. From the say, is end part 2. Are we at the end? Or is there going to be an end part 3?
There's no end part 3. There's only 2.
You are the suspect now.
There's no part 3 in any case.
Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been
Actually, there might be in the 5th case. I don't remember.
Who knows? Objection! Or wait, I mean hold it, whatever.
Uphold it!
Close enough. Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
What?
The scrunched eyebrows and lines in your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive... What? Exhaustive?
Yes.
I'm confused. That's a weird word. I've never heard of that before. The crime scene lobby number 2. I've heard of exhaust, obviously, but I haven't heard of exhaustive. That just sounds like a weird word that someone just made up on the fly. Has no way out other than the hallway.
You don't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't make sense.
I'm not a walking dictionary, so excuse me. And because he claims...
Neither am I. I'm a freaking moron.
That makes
Now, no need to be rude to yourself now. That makes him the only possible suspect. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden?
The windows are barred.
That's a really interesting thing to say. By the way, I forgot to look at this. Oops. The video of the embassy member staff murder, a gunshot is especially impactful. Anyway, don't know why I read those words completely out of order, but whatever.
That's the first step. Everyone looked silly.
You said step?
What?
You said that's the first step everyone looked?
I don't know what I said.
The word was
anymore.
placed. Placed. The word was place.
Oh, jeez, Louise. The police are... Wait, okay. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. That would have been funny if that was his only input and then he left.
What did I get behind this table?
There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden.
I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
Oh, did they now? Well, I have proof that they didn't, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I do. I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2.
That's cool, I suppose. Or not. Maybe both. Are you absolutely
What?
positive? What?
What?
I don't know, man. Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course, I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there were an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more than a bit.
I was
What?
so close. I was so close.
I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future.
Gunnerk!
Alright. Leaves us with one unshakable conclusion. Detective Gumshoe is the killer.
Excuse me. They think it's unshakable, but to me, there are still too many unanswered questions.
Like one, where did I put my spare Craven?
For example, that is a good
He's gonna
question.
ignore me.
That is a
That's
very
cool.
good question. No, I wasn't gonna ignore you. I was gonna tie that into my for example. Who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. I'm insane because I'm probably the killer.
Alright.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. Flippant? I suppose we've really reached the end now.
Really? We've actually reached the end? In that case, I guess we've
Yeah.
just...
I'm
Go ahead
ending the
and-
episode.
We're gonna go ahead and do that now, so... See you later, everyone! Bye! Bye! Or something similar to that.
Oh, we're done?
Yep.